Today's presentation is happening in Texas. The man with the worst cash flow management in the industry. Poker Hall of Fame legend who's been broke for a dozen times, but he's still active in the top tier of poker players. And I'm sure most of you wouldn't object to calling him the GOAT. He is the current Texas Hold'em Global. #1 on prize ranking list, Bryn Kenney. He's definitely one of the more controversial pro player in the Poker Hall of Fame. After you listen to the reasons for his bankruptcy, I'm sure you'll agree with that. After Bryn made a lot of money from poker in the early days, life slowly became more extravagant. He built a big dollar pendant covered in diamonds. He bought a sports watch that was said to be $100,000. In addition to being a spendthrift, he was also a charitable person. He said in an interview that if he saw a friend in trouble, he would do whatever he could to help him out, including financial and other support. He is very generous to his friends. He even said he made it his duty to help those around him. He feels obligated to help anyone who's going through a bad time. And that's why, even though he's been winning, but he really hasn't saved any money. One of his most controversial reasons is still his overly aggressive money management style. He once proudly said in a blog, he's in the 2019 London £1 million race, invested nearly half of his fortune, including match buy-ins and off-track bets, and what most professional poker players put in a single game won't be more than 5% of their total money. And his reasoning was simply that he felt he was going to win. A lot of people on the internet criticized him for being a complete gambler. It's just a matter of luck. And a lot of his poker friends are standing up for him. Says no one deserves this day more than he does. The way Bryn Kenney learned Texas Hold'em, it's also more unique. He says he doesn't use any Texas Hold'em aids, didn't use Solver, didn't study GTO, the way he learned Texas Hold'em. It's all about his memory, writing down all the important hands. And then in his head he thinks about what the best strategy is. He could sit there all day and think about it, until he thinks he's come up with a better strategy. He said in an interview that other poker players were playing based on math and GTOs, and that he plays based on the opponents he faces. But when we analyze his hand from GTO's point of view, we realize that his play is actually very balanced. And at some point, he's very aggressive. Bryn Kenney is very talented at Texas Hold'em, but at the same time, he's spent a lot of time and energy on Texas Hold'em. He's never run away from his shortcomings, from his mistakes. After failure, he will take a good look at himself and make the right corrections. He said that's how he got out of bankruptcy, by always being realistic. He's one of the modern-day Texas Hold'em players, a very characteristic and distinctive pro. His way of learning how to play Texas Hold'em is pretty old school too, but he's still #1 on the Texas Hold'em World Series. That's a testament to his skill, and his method of learning is not a problem.